Hi guys, it's Tracy, and a couple of days ago I had somebody request of me what are the top 10 recommendations that I would make in terms of books to read. So I went through my library, which I have a ton of books, and I picked out the top 10 or so that I feel have really impacted me in some way and have really helped me to achieve a certain level of success that I feel I've gotten. So I wanted to share those with you. So the first book is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. This is quite an old book, and it's actually the very first book I ever read when I started, reading about personal development and personal growth. So I'm actually going to read it again because I've kind of forgotten some of the stuff in here, although the principles, I think, once you learn them and you start practicing them, they're you can't really forget them. But I want to read it again just as a refresher. So The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, great book, first book I ever read. Another book I read was The Wisdom of Yoga, and this book was referred to me by a girl named Katie Freiling, who I followed online for a long time, and we kind of became sort of friends, I guess. And in one of her, I think, blog posts or something, she had recommended this book. And I really resonated with a lot of the stuff she was doing, so I thought, you know what, I probably like this book, and I loved this book. Definitely another book I want to read again. Really great lessons about life and mindset and things like that. Obviously, The Secret, great book, but I've also watched the movie a couple times too, so if you haven't read it, it's one of those books you want to keep on your library and flip through it every once in a while and read it again and again, and also watch the video. Great wisdom in that book. One of the classics, Think and Grow Rich. Definitely a book for everybody who wants to have business success. So many good lessons in here, and I'm actually a big fan of Kevin Trudeau as well, and he has an audio set called Your Wish is Your Command, and in there he talks about how this book is actually kind of incomplete. And when Napoleon Hill originally wrote this book, there was actually a few extra lessons that got taken out of it. So there's another book called, I think it's called The 16 Lessons to Success or something like that. I'm not sure. I can find out. But this is still a great book. But if you can get your hands on the original of this, that would probably be even better. A while ago, I was sort of struggling just in terms of figuring out, what my passion was and what I really wanted to do with my life. And somebody had recommended this book called The Passion Test. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've only read up until, I think, the 6th chapter. So I finished the 5th chapter and I was like halfway through the 6th chapter. And I have to tell you, my goal when reading this book was to finish a chapter, read it twice, and then actually implement what it says in this chapter. So I got to the end of chapter, I think it's 5, and I did exactly what it said, and then I stopped reading because I wanted to wait until I finished what I did in chapter 5. And part of that chapter was talking about creating these cards and creating your list of all the things that you want in life and putting them around your house. And I've done that, and it's so funny because even though I haven't read this whole book yet, the first 5 chapters have influenced so much of my life. It's just amazing. Like, I look at that list today, which is actually still up in my bathroom in my bedroom, and that list is actually for the most part almost completed. So, and I only started reading this book about 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago. So amazing first 5 chapters. I got to finish the rest of it. Another book is called Do the Work by Steven Pressfield. Really quick read, probably could finish this in a day or two. Lots of really great lessons about getting stuff done and focus and getting your, it's called Do the Work, right? So what you gotta do, figuring it out and getting it done. Another one is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. This is actually also a 3-day course that you can go on. It's actually free or very, very affordable. I think you can get tickets for like $50 or $60. I went to an event that was free. It was a 3-day event, all day Friday, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday, and it's intensive. It's really intense. But this book is actually a recap of that 3-day weekend. If you ever do get a chance to go to the weekend, I highly recommend that. But if all you can do is the book, then definitely a great read. Just teaches you a little bit about managing money and the attitudes towards money and things like that. In this industry of network marketing that I'm in, this is a great book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Lots of great lessons in here. You're going to want to read this book over and over and over again and practice what this book teaches. Really great book. People ask me all the time, how do you influence people? This is how you influence people. As some of you know, I've been in internet marketing for a while, and I've studied a lot of different things in internet marketing, like capture pages and funnels and, copywriting and all that technical stuff, as well as the marketing side of it. And one book that I really loved was this one called Web Copy That Sells. If you're ever writing something like an ad or even something as simple as a Facebook status update, you can still get some really great lessons in this book about how to write things to trigger people and how to write things to get responses from people. So really, really great book. And I saved the best one for last. This is my ultimate favorite book of all time, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. When I read this book, I had read it just after I started seeing some really great success in my business. And when I read it, I looked back over the past 5 years of my life and I saw this exact principle in action. And so if you're struggling with your business right now and you're not seeing the results that you want, read this book, please. It's going to open your eyes to what's coming, okay? Really, the bottom line of this book is do something every single day, and eventually that bell curve will start to turn upwards and your success will come. This is a really great book to read. I love that book. And right now, I'm in the middle of reading The Power of Now. Really great book. Now, these are 3 extras that I had because I really love all these books, but those are my top 10. This is what I'm currently reading, The Power of Now. I'm about halfway through it. Really great book. Awesome lessons in there. I'm somewhat of a spiritual person, not religious, but spiritual, and fabulous book. These are 2 that I haven't read yet, but I picked up. I'm really excited about reading. This is a really old book too. I don't even know what the date is, but it's pretty old. And one that Kevin Trudeau recommended reading. It's called The Magic of Believing. And like I said, I haven't read it yet, but when someone like Kevin Trudeau recommends a book, it's probably a pretty good book. And this is a guy, Joseph McClendon, who is a personal performance coach. He actually is the coach, or one of the coaches, for Tony Robbins. So this guy knows his stuff. Anyways, he's been doing a lot of speaking with us in Visalis, and I picked up his book called Get Happy Now. Should be a great book. I haven't read it yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to reading that after I get through these other ones. So those are my top 10 and a couple extras for you. If you want to change your life, here's a tip. Sell your TV, buy a library.